I don't know about steel industry, whether it's paying or not, but it's finished now, as far as it's a major industry. And in my opinion, no, it's just not real that a hitman should commandeer that to your industry. And that's what he's going to do with the coal if they're not careful, you know. But as a trade union, we've got to stick together. I mean, they say united we stand, but
it was the trade unions that put Maggie Thatcher in power. It was the working man that put her there.
You've got a Labour side of the trade union, you've got a Tory side of it. I mean, every man's entitled his own vote. I mean, if you're a Tory, good luck to you. That's how you vote. Nobody can tell you how. It's supposed to be a democracy. Oh,
that's what we're talking about. The majority in Scotland voted Labour, so we never put Thatcher in.
Well, have you noticed how many industries are moving down the south now from
but
Scotland to Labour?
South's always been.
The Tories are moving into the stronghold, so they know they'll get their votes all the time. Where they know, but here it's Labour.
But it's a
big
contract, in my opinion. You know what I mean? We're getting too comfortable, I think, to myself. You know, as trade union, we are.
How could a man who earns his living, works for a living, 40 hours a week or 60 hours a week, whatever it may be, how could he possibly vote Tory?
Oh, he can't, and no
he's
with
not
all...
to live off that weekly wage.
No with a conscience, no, so he couldn't have, but he does he?
He's lucky enough to hit a job where he's making a few bob, okay, so he can put someone there. But that gets taxed as well. The only thing he's going to make do in this world is them is God.
Yeah, but in the same way, we're comfortable in our own way, aren't we? We've got a job, we're lucky.
You mean we're content?
Yeah, all right, we're complacent, let's put it that way.
Well, I still say
I mean, look at our young'uns. I keep going on about Scunthorpe. I don't want it, but I mean, there's a lot of young people there, you know, in a town there, and it's not real. They're sitting under the clock in the middle of the town, and they're lost. Yeah, you look at it now. Yeah, the Wellgate saying that.
Young people that's unemployed in this town.
Well, it's wrong, isn't it? So what are we doing to help them? Nothing.
What could we do?
Look at the places that have closed down.
I think we're all just scared of losing jobs.
Yeah, that's it. But we're too complacent. We're quite happy bowling along with our overtime and all the rest, aren't we?
What do you suggest?
I've got a girl at 18, she never worked since she left school, she can't get a job. No, not so much youngsters. There's middle-aged people here not got a job. Look at the factories that have closed down here. You've got Jute, the Timex, the Cash, the Boatyard, you've got Keelers, you've got the latest Strauss, Carhartts. You've got a lot of places closing down. There's the other places opening up for the people to get employment.
Because I kind of you feel the same way as me. As you get to near 50, you're scared.
My daughter's near 19, she can't get a job.
I'm saying, Bob, when you get to me, and I've got a job now, if I get finished, what employer's going to have me? Nobody, because he doesn't, because he's got that many young people.
My daughter got a job.
We've got a good trade.
My daughter got a job down in Reading as a nanny. And she went down there, she was there for 4 weeks, and I'm not joking. She came home and she told her mum what was expected there. She was up at 6:30 in the morning, and she worked right through, and the people in concern had parties going to 3 o'clock in the morning. She had to stay up, wash all the dishes, and still go up at 6:30 in the morning to take kids to school, and then do all the housework and everything. For what? £30 a week. I wouldn't have my bairn treated like that for £30 a week. But when she came home, what's for her here? The brew. Because she worked there 4 weeks, she got a brew money cut. So what incentive is there here for kids or anybody? There's that much work's closed here. There's no other works opening up to absorb the people that are already paid off.
The ones that's got a job, 4 of their mates, his mates, well, they didn't have a job. So he's got the money in his pocket and he's saying, what could I do? Because I've no mates to go with, because my mates didn't have money, so he gives him one night out. So that gives him a bit of a trick, okay, but it's inside, they're saying to themselves, he's got money, we don't. So what do? They've got to get money someplace, and they're not getting it after brew, £22 a week or something. So this is what happens when the burglaries go on and what have you. They've got to get money. I'll tell you this, I'm glad I didn't live in this day at their age. There's no prospects, there's nothing. You go on the brew, it doesn't matter, you're talking about us down. But you're talking about them 18. When did you ever see that? 17-year-old, they're queuing up in front of you to sign the dough. And what chance have you got following them for a job?
They're asking last year for men to sweep the streets in Dundee. They must have all levels, to shove a brush. To shove a brush in the streets. What the students?
I worked with them down there, Yarrows. They had 2 students on the books and they wouldn't leave because they were on more money and they couldn't get a job anywhere else. They wouldn't even go in.
A young lad's going to university next year. They're now taking £140 odd a year off them. An extra, that comes to me. That means I've got to get that. I've got to find that 140 odd pound a
Make
year.
sure only the
to
rich
look
go.
after 'em.
Make sure only the rich get the places.
That's what I just said. If you've got money, it'll make money. It's when you've got to struggle every week for your foot to pay that rent or pay your mortgage or whatever you make. If you want to go in for a house, my other people are going for houses. But see in this game, or any game in Dundee, or any place, is there any future? Is there any, you say, well, next year I'm going to do this. Or 6 months' time I'm going to do this. Now, you can't guarantee we're going to be here in 6 months' time. We'd all like to be. There's nothing sure than that, but there's no guarantee.
It's the same like I had two lads, you know. One was served his time as a plater, and the other one, I've got one in the army. The two of them joined up because there was just nothing. He's still in the army. But this is the alternative you've got. You know, the armed forces is open for you.
You can't get that.
No, you've got to have O levels to get in the army. At one time, I didn't need an O level. I just got told you.
We had a scheme in the shipyard here where they brought boys in for 12 weeks. They brought in 40 or 50 at a time for 12 weeks. And in that 12 weeks, they gave them so many weeks as a joiner, as a welder.
Young laddies, like.
Yeah. As a plater, as a sparky. Now, they told them when they came in, you're not getting kept here. You're only here for 12 weeks. But you're not going to tell me that some of these young lads hoped. They were hoping that they might get kept.
I bet you everyone.
And they worked along for 12 weeks. At the end of the 12 weeks, bang, they went out the door. Another 40 came in.
Well, every youngster who got that, I bet was hoping to get kept.
Of course they were,
Remember, we're complacent because for a simple reason. We're in work, we've got a steady wage coming in, and as far as the 5 million is
No, I've got to
concerned,
disagree with you. If you're involved at unemployment, anybody, I'm talking about your friends or even your own family, and you're not complacent. You're not content. Because it's a bone of contention with me. They're going to want to take £2.50 off of these young people because their mother and father are supposed to look after them now. That's in April month. Did you know that? After brew money, she said, we're taking £2.50 off of you. Your mum and dad can look after you. What if her mum and dad's on the brew? Eh?
I'm not disagreeing
That's
with you,
up
Jim.
to 20-year-old now.
I'm just
That's
saying,
up to 20
but
year
we are
old.
complacent, Jim.
Well, here's one that's no complacent.
But what
with that.
Dundee's saying is the reason so many working class people voted Tories is because they've got jobs. They're not wanting to get paid off a year.
Because this government's ruling you by fear. By fear.
I've got
They've
to
closed
agree
that
with
many
you.
places down now.
Yeah.
People will not make a stand now.
No, they won't.
They're frightened to make a stand now. As soon as you make a stand now, bang, what do they say to you? Okay. They're doing the same thing through in Glasgow just now. With this big order for Brit Oil. If you didn't finish this in time, there's going to be 2,500 men out of job, plus another 2,500 men and ancillary workers round about it. They're going to be out of job. There's a ship come down for the Shetlands just now. Went away down to England to get done, to get repaired. And half the money's coming from the Scottish Development Association to help them. Half the money.
But this is where the
They
system
took it
works.
for a Scotch yard and gave it an English yard. That comes on the British shipbuilders.
That's something about Tories and up here.
Even if Thatcher's deposed tomorrow, she's done her damage. She's done what she's wanted to do. She's done it. She's got what do you call it? Says we're into this fear, getting paid off. It is there. Doesn't matter how you look at it. She's done enough there for it to instill fear into the unions.
I mean,
Every
to
union.
me, inflation, it's only a word. I mean, it's an evil word. I mean, it's just a word that they've put, inflation. And you're saying to yourself, well, what the hell is it?
There was 3.5 million people unemployed. Were they all clapping their hands when it went to 9%? Would they rather have been employed at inflation at 20% or unemployed with inflation at 9%? Well, I would rather be employed with inflation at 20% than be unemployed with inflation at 5%.
But to me, as I keep saying, inflation's only a word. To me, all I'm concerned about is at the end of the week I get a wage packet. I couldn't give a damn. What inflation can go to 45% as long as I'm working. It's dog eat dog now, isn't it?
The pensions are not going up by much. Yet they're supposed to pay for a pint of milk the same as you. A loaf of bread.
Don't you think we're mercenaries? We're working for a simple reason. It's dog eat dog in this world. If I've got a job, good luck to me.
You're
I've not got a job here at somebody else's expense.
We're mercenaries, really, here we?
How
We've
are
got
you
a
a
job.
mercenary?
Of course we
How are
are.
you?
I've got a job, and my mate's not got a job, but I couldn't have cared less, could I?
What can you do to get him a job then?
I can't do nothing to get him a job.
well,
But I'm
you're
not
a
worried about
mercenary
him.
then.
Because I'm not worried about
Because
him.
you're working.
Because I'm supposed to be a trade
Because
unionist.
you're working and another man's not
Yeah,
working.
but
You're
this
a
is what I'm
mercenary.
saying. This is where we're
That's
trade union.
ridiculous.
A trade union is
That's
supposed to
ridiculous.
be.
You
Oh,
never
but-
put the guy out of job.
I never, no, but I'm not
I
helping
never
him to get a
closed the
bloody
time,
job, am I?
I never
Because I'm
closed the
working
time,
overtime.
X.
That's what I'm saying. My
Well,
argument is this. I'm working
my
overtime.
my
He's
brother's
not.
been unemployed for a year. He's a toolmaker.
Yeah.
He worked in Timex for a year. You're sitting there telling me I'm a mercenary because he
Well,
got his
sure.
boots. You never heard anything so
All
ridiculous
right,
in your
we're
life.
in work, right? We're working overtime. There's 5 million supposed to be
What's that got to
unemployed.
do with
What
it?
are we doing to
Well,
help
what's up?
them?
How many tradesmen
Because if
in
we didn't
Dundee?
give it, we might
How
be
many
able to-
tradesmen in Dundee in our trade are unemployed?
So it all boils down to one thing, and that's get employment for the masses that are unemployed.
How do they do?
And how do you go about this?
That's the question,
What's the
isn't
best way you go about it? What can you do? Who do you put in power to get work? Do we freeze our own wages for so many years?
No, I never faced your own wages.
Take a wage cut. There's been a lot of things tried, but nothing successful. I know it didn't work.
It didn't work.
I know it didn't work, Jim, but what I'm saying is there's a lot of things been tried, but nothing's worked. So where do you go from there? Where do you start? Who do you put in power? Who do you put up against the power? To try and get
You're not going
unemployment
to tell me that
down.
there's no work in this country for or the nurses that are unemployed, the doctors that are unemployed. There's no work in this country for them.
No, because
Course
Ryan
there's
Wells
work
has got
for
a backlog of
Of course there's work
operations.
for them, but they're wanting to cut back.
There's no money to pay them, there's plenty of work.
They're telling
no
you
money
there's
to
no
pay
money
them.
to pay them.
They were all voting to see if we can get whoever it is in power, if they can do something better. You know, I voted SNP, I'm not ashamed to say it. I voted SNP because I thought SNP could be good for Scotland. You maybe vote Labour, you might vote Tory. As he said earlier on, to each his own. I'm looking forward to somebody going up and doing something with this government for the unemployed and get more work into Scotland. We all vote for what we think, what we believe in, to try and get somebody in to get orders and to clear the brew of unemployed people.
I'll be honest with you, I don't think they'll ever get rid of the unemployment problem in the world.
Once you
Unless
create,
there's a
once you
nuclear
create
war.
the
No, but like see, you young lad was in the army. I've got a. You speak about unemployment. There's my wee brother, lads. He's after getting in the army. He's 20-year-old. He's been threatening to get in the army for 4 years. He's absolutely delighted to get in the army. He can't wait till he gets over to Northern Ireland. He's just happy to get in the army.
happy to get a,
He's happy to get a job. He's totally
any
changed.
job.
This is it.
Dundee earlier on, he's on about being complacent. I say if you're involved with it, you're anything but complacent. I mean, I've seen the difference in youngsters. I mean, I'm not much about the elderly. I'm talking about the youngsters. I'm talking about them at 17, 18, 19, where they should be out with their dollies, having a good time and a few bob in their pocket. They don't hear it. And this is where the viciousness and all comes into their mind when they see somebody else. Even their own mates there. As John says, they're jealous of them. They don't want to be, but they are jealous because they can't go down and do that to the dollies. Like, what are you drinking? And this is I kind of see Dundee saying you're complacent. If you're involved in this, it's not real. I mean, you see them now, and I've seen them. See, when they get a job, it's like a big whack coming after shit. They're different people. They're away doing their band records, they're away band this, they're independent, which is the whole thing about it. They're independent. I'll go and buy that and I'll go and buy that. But the other way, what are they doing? They've got to give their mum board money, they've got to buy this, they've got their bus money and all, and it's soul destroying to watch it happening, because knowing that you haven't went through it. And then in my father's time, what he went through was worse than what I went through. But we're going back again now.